Hello friends, I am Anvesha and I welcome all of you to Aspiring Banker Anvesha YouTube channel. If you are new to the channel, then please subscribe to the channel and also click the bell icon to get notified for the upcoming videos. So in today's video, I'm not going to teach you English, but I'm going to solve a few reasoning questions from Practice Mock Test series for RRB PO Prelims examination. So in this video, I'll solve 3 puzzle and sitting arrangement questions and 1 blood relation question. So please stay tuned. And also in the description box down below, you will find a link to join my Telegram channel. Please join the Telegram channel because every day at 10 a.m. I take special class, that is free class on Unacademy. So you should attend those sessions and you will get the links of those sessions in the Telegram channel. Okay, so please join the Telegram channel. Okay, so this is your first question. 9 persons A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H and I were born in different months. Okay, then the months are given. Okay, so this is a month based question. So the base will be the months. 4 persons were born between A and F. So from here the condition starts. Okay, so at first what we are going to do is we are going to mark the months which have 30 days. Okay, so April has 30 days, September has 30 days and November has 30 days and all the other months have 31 days. Okay, now 4 persons were born between A and E. A was born before E. This means A, 1, 2, 3, 4, E and A was born before E. So I'm giving an upward arrow. B was born in the month of 30 days after July. So B was born in a month of 30 days after July. This means either in September or in November. Next condition is E was born after B but before C. So E was born after B but before C. Third condition. Next, there were as many persons born before I as after F, as after C. So before I, the number of persons born before I is equal to the number of persons born after C. Okay. Next, 1 person was born between F and G. Between F and G, only 1 person was born. Okay. D was born before F and after H. So D was born before F and after H. Last condition. Okay. Okay, let me put this condition clearly. D was born after H but before F. Yes. So these are all the conditions that we have. Now let's try solving the question. So which condition to start first? Which condition to start with? So let's start with this condition. B was born either in September or in November. Okay. But you can see if you look at this one, this condition, then you will see that E was born after B. So if you place B here in November, then there will be no place for E. There will be no place for E. So that's why also no place for C. That's why you cannot place B in November. You have to place B here in September. Okay. B will be in September. Okay. Next condition. Next condition is below B you have E and C. You have E and C. So there will be only 2 places. There are only 2 places for E and C, that is October and November, and C should be below E. So place E here and place C here. This condition is also over. Now the next condition is this one. Number of persons born above I, number of persons born before I is equal to number of persons born after C. So after C is 0. So before I also 0. Okay. So this condition is also done. Next condition that we should try to place is this one. Between E and A there are 4. Okay, 4 people. So E is here in October. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So A will be here. So this is also done. Okay. Now which condition to take? Let's take these 2 conditions together. Okay. Let's take these 2 conditions together. So between F and G only 1 person was born, and above F you have D and H. Okay. If you place F here, then there will be no place for D and H because there will be only one place vacant. Okay, so you cannot place F over here. If you place F over here in this position, then there will be no place for G, because if you leave this one place, then here you have A. If you leave this in the below one place, then here you have B. So you cannot place F here as well. Okay. Now if you place F over here, then after leaving one position you can place G here, and also you will have two places for D and H. So let's place F in this position. Okay, F here. After placing F here, let's place G, that is after leaving one position above. G will be here. Then we have to place D and H. So there's only two places. There are only two places in July and March. So D will be placed here because D is below H, and H will be placed here. So this is your final arrangement. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now let's move to the next question. Okay, so here is the next question. 8 persons are sitting around a square table. 4 persons are sitting in the middle of the sides of the table, and all are facing insides. So the ones who are sitting in the middle of the sides are facing inwards, and the ones who are sitting at the corners are facing outside. Next. Two persons. So from here the conditions are starting. 2 persons are sitting between A and F. So between A and F, 2 persons are sitting. C, who is an immediate neighbor of A, sits opposite to D. So C is an immediate neighbor of A and C sits opposite to D. E sits third to the right of G. First, second, third. E sits third to the right of G. H sits immediate right of E. Immediate right of E. So here H is sitting immediate right of E. B sits opposite to H. Okay, B sits opposite to H, and then who does not face towards the center, which means H faces away from the center. If H faces away from the center, so here your condition ends. Okay, if H faces away from the center, then this means that H sits at one of the corners. So let's take H here. Okay, H sits here. Now H is to the immediate right of E. Okay, so E can be either here or here, but E faces, then in that case, in either of the cases, E faces inside towards the center. So this means you have to, because H is immediate right of E, so you have to place E here. Because if someone faces towards the center, then the right is anti-clockwise. Okay, that the opposite of H is B, so B sits here. This condition is done. We are done with this. Now the next one. Now the next condition is this one. There are 2 persons between G and E is to the right of G. So if you leave these 2 places, you have B here. So obviously G will be here, and G and E is to the right of G. Yes, G faces outside the center and E is clockwise to G, in the clockwise direction. Okay, this is also done. Now the next condition is which one? The next condition that you should take is these two. Let's take these 2 conditions together. Opposite of C is D. You cannot place C here. Okay, let me change the color. You cannot place C here. Why? Because opposite is G. You cannot place C here because the opposite is E. So you have 2 places for C, either here or here. But C is an immediate neighbor of A. If you place C here, then the immediate neighbors are G and H. So you have to place C here. An immediate neighbor is A. A will be here, and opposite to C is D. D will be here. Okay. Now there are 2 people between A and F, so F will be here, leaving 2 people. So this is the final arrangement: E, A, C, B, F, G, D, H. This is the final. The next question is that of a blood relation. 8 members are living in a family. B is the only son of A. Only son means what? A can have daughters. A can have daughters, but B is the only son. A does not have any other son. Okay. So B is the only son. So here in this question, I'm going to denote male with triangle and female with circle. Okay. And couple with double line. Okay. So let's see. So B is the only son of A. So A is here. B is the only son of A. Next. E is the wife of F. E is the sister of B. So E is the sister of B and also wife of F. Okay. G is the, okay, so E is the wife of F. Okay. Now, also E is the sister of B and C. B and C. This means what? B has siblings E and C, right? And A has only one son, that is B, which means E is a female and C is also a female. Okay. So here, this is the link. So C and E are the sisters of B. Okay. G is the daughter-in-law of H. Okay. D is the son of E. So D is the son of E. H and C are of the same gender, which means H is a female because he is also a female. Only married couples have children. So here this means there is someone with A. So who is with A? Only one is missing, that is H. Okay. Only one is missing, that is H. Why? Why do I say only one is missing? Because here it is written that G is the daughter-in-law of H. Daughter-in-law means what? Means G cannot be in this level. G has to be in this level. Okay, G has to be in the second level. Okay, so that's why I can say that here I will place H. And H and C are of the same gender. So this is also female. So H will be also female and A is a male. Now, if G is the daughter-in-law of H, this means G is the wife of B because A and H have only one son, that is B. So here G is the wife of B. This is the final arrangement. Okay. This is the next question. 12 people are sitting in two parallel rows containing 6 people each in such a way that there is equal distance between adjacent persons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people are sitting here and 6 people down. Okay. All of them are facing. Okay. So in row 1, I, J, K, L, M and N are seated and all of them are facing south. So this is row 1 and here I to N, and this is row 2. All of them are facing north, A to F. I have taken two possibilities for this question. So if we don't need the second one, then we will not fill up the second one. Okay. So from here the condition starts. I faces D. Okay. So I'll note down the conditions here. I faces D. Okay. Then N does not face A. N does not face A. Okay. Who sits, which means A sits. Who sits left to E but not to the immediate left of E. So A sits to the left of E but not to the immediate left. Okay. Next. Both K and B are sitting at extreme ends. So both K and B are seated at ends but not opposite to each other, which means K and B will not face each other. Okay. Then 3 persons sit between B and F who does not face N. So 3 persons are sitting between B and F, and F does not face N. Okay. Next. C sits immediate left to D. So I'll write it down here. C sits immediate left to D but does not face L. So C does not face L. C sits immediate left to D but does not face L. Okay. Next. Two persons sit between J and N. Two persons sits between J and N. Next. None of them sits at the end. Okay. So they are not sitting at the corners. The one who faces M sits second to the right of A. So the one who faces M sits second to the right of A. Okay, so these are all the conditions that we have here. Okay. So now let's solve the question. So which condition to consider at first? Which one? So let's see. Which condition to consider at first? We can consider this condition, BF, okay, so let's do this one. Let's consider this condition because here fixed, this is fixed that K and B are sitting at the ends and K does not face B. Okay, so K should be in the top and B should be in the bottom. Okay, so let's first consider K sits here and B, okay, let me change the color. K sits here and B sits here. This is the first possibility. The second possibility is that K sits here and B here. Okay, so this condition is done. Okay, after that, which one can we consider? Okay, can we consider this possibility, this condition B, after leaving three places, F sits and F does not face N. Okay, F does not face N. Fine. So this means here you have B. So after leaving 1, 2, 3 places, you are placing F here. Here you have B. So after leaving 1, 2, 3 places, here you are facing F. Okay. F does not face N. So let's write N here and strike it out. Let's write N here and strike it out. Okay. So this condition is also done. Okay. Now the next condition that we should consider is this one, that J, there are two people between J and N and neither J nor N sits at the ends. Okay. So N cannot sit here. N cannot sit here. N cannot sit here. So where can we place N? Can we place N here in this position? If we place N in this position, then after leaving two places, there is no place for J because J cannot be here. J cannot be at the end. So you cannot place N here as well. Now if you try placing N here in this position, then after leaving two places, here you have K. And in this part that is towards the left of N, you do not have any place for J. So there is only one place for N in this possibility, that is this one. And after leaving two places, you have to place J here. Now let's consider this second possibility. In the second possibility, you cannot place N here, you cannot place N here, you cannot place J here also. Okay. So let's try placing N here. If we place N here, then there will be no place for J. If you place N here, then also there will be no place for J. So you have to place N here. So after leaving two places, J will be here. Okay, done. So this condition is also done. Now let's consider the fourth condition. Which condition to consider? Which condition to consider? Let's consider this one. One who faces M sits second to the right of A. One who faces M sits second to the right of A. Okay. Now, you cannot place A. You cannot place A here. Why? Because A sits to the left of E and not immediate left. Okay. A sits to the left of E, but in the left you have B. No place for E. You cannot place A here. Why? Because in the left, because you cannot place A here, because towards the right of A you have to place E, and only one position is there, that is this one. But E cannot be to the immediate right of A, so you cannot place A here as well. Okay. Now, if you place A here in this position, if you place A, then second to the right of A, that is this, here will be M. M will be here. Okay. Now, let's consider this possibility. Let's consider this. Let's place A here. Okay. Then second to the A here, then second to the right, that is this here. M, there is no place for M. Okay, understood. There is no place for M. So you cannot place A here. So the only place that is left for A is which one? This one. Second to the right is this, opposite M. Okay, this is the only place where you can place A. Now let's consider the second possibility. In the second possibility, if you place A here, then second to the right, opposite M. Yes, it is possible. If you place A here, second to the right, opposite M, not possible. If you place A here, second to the right, opposite K, not possible. So A will be placed here and M here. Okay. So this condition is also done. This one is also done. Now the next condition that we should consider is this one. E is to the left of A. E is to the left of A. So where will you place E? Where will you place E? Okay, let's not consider this right now. Let's consider this condition, I and D. Okay, I is to the opposite of D. So you cannot place I here because opposite is B. So there is only one place left for I, that is this one, and opposite will be D. Okay, and here you cannot place I. You cannot place I here because opposite is B. So there is only one place left for I, that is this one, and opposite is D. This is D. Okay, so this condition is also done. Okay, now next condition. Next condition is which one? This one. C sits immediate left of D, and opposite to C you cannot place L. Okay, C sits immediate left of D. So let's place C here. This means C will be here, right? Immediate left of D. So C will be here. And opposite to C you cannot place L. Yes, this is correct. Now in this position, immediate left of C you have A. So this is wrong. This possibility is wrong. Okay, so the correct possibility is, the correct arrangement is this one. So here only one is left, A, F, C, D. Place E here and B. Okay, and here also K, M, I, N. So only one is left. Which one is left? K, M, I, N is done. So I, J, K, M, so L. Yeah, L is left. Okay, so this is the final arrangement. I hope it is clear. From 17th of August, I'll start a complete course on English, and the sessions will be taken at 7 p.m. In this course, I'll cover all the topics from basic, and this course will be beneficial for IBPS PO 2020 examination, and this course is a part of the batch course for IBPS PO 2020, and in this batch, all the subjects will be covered from basic to advanced level. Reasoning, quants, English, general awareness, all the subjects will be covered. So if you are willing to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, please use the coupon code Annie to avail a discount of 10%. Okay, these are the base prices. So on this price you will get a 10% discount if you use the coupon code Annie. In the description box I have provided you the link. Please follow the link to subscribe to Unacademy Plus. Okay. Also, I take free classes. Please attend the free classes The timing is 10 a.m. every day. Tomorrow we have a mock test on English for RRB PO mains examination. All of you must attend the mock test. On 12th of August, a quiz on error detection will be there. On 13th of August, a timer-based quiz on synonyms and antonyms. And on 14th August, a quiz on reading comprehension is there. So please attend the quiz. All these quizzes are in special class. Okay, please attend these classes. Also, please follow my profile. The link to my profile is given in the description box. If you follow my profile, you will get notified for all my free sessions. Okay friends, bye. I'll see you again.